ladies and gentlemen. The topic is that one of our nation's fastest growing demographics is the non-Spanish speaking Latinos, long ignored by both the English and Spanish-speaking media and maligned by some of their countrymen for not speaking Español correctamente. Today, the English-only speaking Latino is not only growing in numbers, but is likely to derive a salary 3 times greater than the Spanish-only speaking American Latino. That is the reality. Welcome, everybody. Before we got here, the point, we were talking about, you know, the top, Jorge Negro y Blanco is a parody on Jorge Negrete. And Gene didn't know that. And we said that is the point of reference is switch. That's like not knowing Gene Autry or not knowing Dale Evans or
no, because Dale Evans and Gene Autry are American icons. And what you're talking about is a very select Spanish-speaking audience that is telegraphed to foreign countries and not primarily the United States. I just happen to watch English television, not Spanish television.
Oh, well.
World history, not here, I guess.
Okay, I want to get right into it, guys. Do you think that by learning English, when you learned English, obviously, and did you ever speak Spanish?
I spoke some Spanish when I was a child to my mom's parents.
David, do you speak Spanish? Did you ever speak Spanish?
No, you know, my mother spoke Spanish, my father didn't, so, and we...
Because his mother wouldn't give an opportunity, or?
No, it was completely prohibited.
It was prohibited, why? This is a key, because...
No, actually, I'm joking, it wasn't prohibited.
It used to be in the 50s.
Yeah, it was totally discouraged when I was a kid.
I'm sorry.
It was very painful to hear my father try to speak Spanish, so...
the humiliation, the humiliation. And Alex, how did you learn English?
We came here when I was 3 years old from
Me too.
Guadalajara. Yeah, and we learned how to speak English here. Probably got rid of the Spanish accent somewhere around the 5th or 6th grade.
Somewhere around Wilshire Boulevard is where I lost it. The accent's gone.
Actually, I lost it on the corner of Whittier and Atlantic over in East LA. So, no, but
You're Spanish?
I left my Spanish on the corner of Whittier Boulevard.
No, but I mean, you know, having been brought up to David's point, when we were brought here with our family, it was sort of a thing where we were told, don't speak Spanish because be careful, you know, something's going to bad will happen to you out on the street. And so
you're Latino.
Yeah. Well, no, they'll know that you're Mexican first. I mean, people used to say, no, don't say that you're Mexican, say that you're Spanish. No, yo soy mexicano.
¿Verdad?
Okay, yo soy mexicano, de tiro. And being out there growing up like that, at some point you lost sort of the soul that you came with, in a sense, and you had worked so hard to get that back.
Let's talk Nelson. What,
I grew up speaking both English and Spanish, so I never really saw the problem. At
what age did you come here? Were you born
actually,
here?
I was born here. Okay, and to understand, I grew up hearing all the stereotypical names and all the other stuff that comes with it. But for me,
did they call you Nelson Salsa Fernandez?
Later on.
That's a good name. Maybe I can use it in radio.
Later on.
Nelson Salsa Fernandez.
Later on. But more importantly, I think for me it was just the idea that I never really had a problem. I spoke it at home, I spoke it in school, so it didn't bother me. Only when I left New York City was when I realized that there was a big segregation going on about speaking Spanish and all that kind of stuff.
Now listen, do you think, I mean, the old days they used to not want kids to learn English for the stigma of knowing that you were not part of the mainstream America, which was pretty 50s. But at the same time, the kids that learn English seem to do scholastically better. I want to know, do you think that by teaching a child English, that he is going to fail at Spanish, or conversely, by teaching kids Spanish, that he's going to have problems with English? What were your, not your grades?
No, absolutely not. I mean, when I was a child, when I was about, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 years old, we were just discouraged from speaking Spanish because there was no use in it. It absolutely had no, I mean,
no use.
Offensive.
Wait a minute, but
we lived in an area that was predominantly Mexican-American in Pico Rivera. And our own neighbors would just say, you know, there was no reason. Who are you going to speak Spanish to? I mean, that was their theory. When the ancestors came over from Mexico, the culture at home was American. My parents were born in America. And my grandparents were also born in America. I'm full-blood
like
Mexican.
4th generation?
Yeah. And my grandma, in fact, is 88 years old. I'm going to go see her today. It's her birthday in Montebello.
Oh, happy birthday.
But I'm just telling you, so the theory was, why would you learn Spanish? Why would you have such a grasp of Spanish over English? The ideal was the mobility of the classes. You came here from Mexico, and you want to be part of American society. You want to be part of the American English-dominant society because you wanted to assimilate. Well, not necessarily to eradicate your cultural
David,
ties,
that's the difference,
but it's simply you've decided to become an American.
With more Cafe California.
That was a conscious decision.
I want to know, David, about your background. How did you...
Well,